Hey YouTube, it's Steve from Tower Genius. So we get this question a lot. What is the number one thing that we can do when negotiating a cell tower lease or a cell site lease? And I'd say that it's not the number one thing you can do, it's the number one thing you shouldn't do. And that is, you should never blink first, okay? Do not blink first when you're negotiating anything. You know, when you're negotiating a cell site lease, a new tower site renewal, yeah, you know, they might throw out the price. Sometimes you are talking price with them. I don't recommend that you sign term sheets. Typically, the first offer you get with anything is never going to be the best offer. But give you a great example. So currently our company is working with a strip mall owner in the United States that has a wireless carrier that has, I guess their anchor tenant there is one of these retail stores for this major national carrier. Won't name any names. And the strip mall owner is represented by a commercial real estate broker that is probably in the top, 1 or 2% of all commercial brokers in that metropolitan area or that state. They've got, probably 30, 35 years experience in commercial real estate. And I can tell you that they, most of these commercial brokers, they're wonderful. You definitely want to, overpay for a good broker, okay? You definitely want to do that. But when it comes to cell site leasing, they're just simply out of their depth. It's just not something that they have any or, significant experience with. Give you a very specific example. So the retail, the wireless retail store that's probably been at the strip mall for whatever 20, 25 years, probably since the inception of the wireless industry, they have to renew their commercial lease, right, for the store. Now this wireless carrier retailer, they have a small cell, a little, an antenna. It's not that small, but it's the size of a bucket of paint, right, on the roof, and that provides coverage for the parking lot, for just the really general vicinity there. So when you're trying out your phone, you get your new phone from the store, you're trying it out in the parking lot, that it works and you have good coverage. And also, if you're trying out a 5G device, that, when you're in the store, it'll reach out and grab the coverage. And it's important to have, good coverage when you have a retail facility like that selling, wireless devices. So the carrier came to the strip mall owner and had, and oh, by the way, they're not paying a penny to have that small cell up top, all right? And they've been there for years, okay, for free, because it's part of the store, and okay, I'll give it to them for this. But now they wanted to make that small cell into a macro, into a big cell site, okay, with like 12 antennas and taking up the entire length of that strip mall. So they're putting in 3 different sectors with multiple antennas. Major upgrade. And then hey, they tried at least. Like they offered the strip mall owner like $500 a month. Right? First they tried to get it for free, then they offered them like $500 a month. And so we've helped thousands. Like we've helped over 2,000 property owners with these cell sites. But for this particular carrier, I'd say that we've done over 200 of their leases. We've worked with landlords that we finalized various types of transactions, new cell sites, towers, things like that. And I also used to be a site acquisition rep for them like 22 years ago. So we kind of know what we're talking about. So we suggested to the broker, for the property owner, various changes to that lease agreement that was proposed. And then we made about 24 modifications to their agreement. And we gave it back to the broker, and the broker gave it to the I almost said the name. They gave it to the folks at the carrier, retail real estate people. So anyway, they came back and they basically rejected like 80%, close to 90% of what we get approved all the time. So typically when we're working with property owners with this particular carrier, about 80% of what we propose gets accepted because it's reasonable stuff. We're not asking for crazy things. But they came back, oh, we can't do this, your consultants are crazy, you can't do this, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna move the store, blah, blah, blah. You know, so they come back to us and we have to be reasonable. We have to compromise. Bull crap. No, there's no compromise. I'm not suggesting that you negotiate against yourself. Okay? Do not blink first in one of these negotiations. Because if you do, you're done. And then the correct answer here is, no, we are not. If you want, and keep in mind that the carrier, retail folks, have spent tons of money on architectural plans and with negotiating this thing. And you know how much it would cost to relocate this store? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's no guarantee they're going to get cheaper somewhere else. And where are they going to put it? I mean, this is an established facility, operation. They don't want to leave. They have no plans of leaving. They're just cheap. They don't want to pay fair market. And and we didn't recommend anything crazy either. Something like, it was around $2,000 a month, roughly, give or take. We weren't steamrolling them here. It was very, very reasonable. But here's the thing. If you have like a weak link and someone that is afraid, there's nothing that that I could say that will prevent somebody from signing a bad deal. So if the carrier senses fear, they smell blood in the water, and you're pretty much done at that point, unless you grow a pair. So the secret to negotiating, my tip, is do not blink first. Just tell them no, take your antenna off the roof, and sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, hasta la vista, vi sont la tashra. We don't need your freaking antenna on our roof. That's what you need to tell them. Walk away, take it away from them. There's a 99.5% chance that they're going to come back and be reasonable. Do not blink first.